Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another wonderful episode of Smuggler's Blues, a redemption tale story. I don't remember anymore. I'm Michael. I'll be playing the role of Tazi tonight, as I do every other night we stream. Kaylee?
I'm Kaylee, and I will be playing Carell tonight. Welcome, everybody. Last game before we go to a catacon here at the end of the week. Hopefully we're all really excited for it. Hey, Chris, who do you play in this ragtag Star Warsy game?
A lot of personalities. Mostly R3A1 and 11D4.
Are you also the GM?
All right, fine. I'll do it this time.
Well, why don't you start the game with something like, I don't know. Do we have
Roll
to
the
dice?
Destiny pool.
That's a great idea.
That sounds great. Yep.
One dark side.
Two dark side.
One light side.
One dark side total. Or two total.
One light side.
I got one dark side.
One dark side. 2 and 1. All right.
Twice the fun.
So when you last left off, you had a dead Faline at your feet.
Yeah, I guess you could say he was falling at our feet.
Yeah. What would you guys like to do with him?
Tazi, is this yours? Did you order this?
I did not order this.
You didn't put a hit out on him.
No, I didn't. I don't think so.
Okay, because I thought he was going to give us a job.
I thought that was the whole point.
I mean, murdering a prospective employer is really not a good way to go unless you had a good reason to, which I would, if you did kill him, I would trust you had a good reason.
That is something I didn't do.
Okay, so you don't have a reason.
Let me be more clear. I had nothing to do with the death of this individual.
Right, I got that part. I was just saying, therefore, you didn't have a reason to kill him, therefore, that's why he's not... Yeah, it's not your fault.
Yep, not my fault.
Okay, I'm sorry, my head still hurts. I got my bell rung a couple times. That Wookiee could hit.
I know. I heard.
How did you hear?
We have a mutual friend.
Well, we have a few mutual friends. I mean, I don't know who you're talking about. Or did D4 send you the bill?
I may have seen a bill.
Okay. See, that's why I told him I didn't need, an analgesic, because those things are really marked up. 18 credits
Anyway,
for a simple injection.
You're fine though, right? You're okay. You're good. You got your bell rung, but you're fine.
Yeah. I'm. All right. If you will stop wavering backwards and forwards, I will tell you that I am fine.
Maybe you should take a seat.
I'm kidding, Tazi. It was a joke. And Carell's looking immediately to your left.
I'm over here.
I know. I'm trying to lighten the dead body with humor. Should we call somebody?
Who would we call?
I don't know. Is there like a... I don't know. I'm not used to having dead bodies lying around when one of the other of us didn't kill them. That says a lot about us, though, that we're that used to having dead bodies around us, though.
No,
we really should rethink our whole lifestyles.
All right, so I did not line up this.
We covered that, Tazi. Come on, stick with the program.
But
what do we do?
Chris, I'm going to ask because I want to make sure I'm remembering this correctly. Tazi was literally about to say words to this Faline when the Faline dropped dead.
Mm-hmm.
And from a short distance away, the gentleman that I assisted.
It was the
Rodian.
The Rodian with
the hand, yeah.
I gave him a discount.
Really weird.
Yeah, there was the Rhodian that had D4 had treated, correct?
Yes.
That had done the deed.
Yes.
Yes. Sorry. There was a little something in the background, and for some reason, Windows opened up a ad.
Oh, hey, cool.
That happens now with your search bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out why Michael all of a sudden was trying to sell me shoes.
Were they cruel shoes?
I don't, yeah.
Cruel shoes.
Yes, the Rhodian that came in and had his finger fixed by D4 was the one that was behind Daly, was his name.
Well, we know who did it. I'm not entirely sure why. Unless they thought they were doing us a favor somehow.
Just murdering someone on our front doorstep and leaving the body really is a crappy way to make a favor out of it.
Well, I mean, we don't really know. Daly, I believe, was this Falene's name.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really know Daly. Daly was supposed to hook us up with a job, but the trigger person was that Rhodian whose hand the D4 fixed.
Right. And I'm caught up. What do we do about the body, though? Some dock worker is going to come by, see random dead person, and report it. Should we report it first to somebody?
I know that there's an organization that used to be, well, I don't know if they're around here. I believe they were called Mystery Meat. They used to come pick up unclaimed persons, former persons. I don't know that they operate here, though.
If it helps, remember he had a black sun tattoo on his back. And your friendly bartender was the one that hooked you back up with him.
Do you know anyone who can reach out to this mystery meat company?
No, I don't. I mean, I've never dealt with them myself. I had heard of them through a number of different, contacts at different times in my career. I don't know that we want to. Maybe it's just maybe we should just call the authorities. We didn't do anything wrong.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm gonna ask Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Are the authorities on this planet the Empire?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I thought. Wanted to make sure before Corelmus said something. Tazi, the authorities are the Empire?
Oh, there's no, that's right. There's no planetary security force anymore.
Yeah. Okay. I can get rid of the body. We just have to find a place to dump the pieces.
I don't know. I don't think we should do that either. I'm gonna make a call and see if arrangements can be made.
Okay, go ahead and make your call. I'm gonna get a tarp or something.
We definitely need to at least cover hide it. Do we have a cargo container we can stick it in for now?
I'm not putting that on the ship.
No, it can stay on the dock.
I'll go see if I can find a crate or something. And Curl goes and grabs a tarp out of one of the cargo bay, and covers the body with it and goes in search of an empty cargo container that she could possibly fit the body in.
All right.
As Carell's walking back and forth, We see A1 and D4 just watching. She goes back, gets a tarp, comes back, gets a cargo crate, walks back down. While that's going on, Tazi, who are you calling?
Gonna make an underworld check.
Okay. What are you attempting to check for?
I am attempting to recall back in Tazi's more active smuggling days, if there is perhaps an organization, a cleaning crew that
Okay.
may be available
Mhm.
planet side here.
All right. Make a. Oh, that's not something that'd be very easy to find out. So I would assume that would be something they would bury pretty deep.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Boy, I want to say it's going to be 4 purple. 'Cause that's definitely not something that.
Yikes. Okay. Well, I mean, 4 purple's 4 purple. I'll certainly make the roll.
Oh, your mic just got quiet. Do you happen to have?
I backed away. Sorry, that was me. My bad. Apologies, everybody. And my microphone is extremely sensitive, and I got to be like right on top of this baby.
Okay.
That's what she said.
Okay. 4 purple. Yep.
Yes.
4 purple. Here we go. Well, that's 1 success and 1 advantage.
All right. So you recall a cleaning service. You also recall that they're not cheap.
Tazi gets back on comm. I think I may have someone that can help. It's I'll tell you when I get back on the ship. But I think I found somebody. I'm making a call. Just everyone keep your hands clean.
That's the whole point of the tarp.
Let's just keep hands clean. A1 or D4? Would one of you mind terribly going over the remains to make sure that nothing is left behind?
Okay. With that, you get a comms.
Nothing of value or identification.
Okay. A couple minutes later, D4 walks out.
Captain, I am confused. You mentioned remains. Why is there a body here?
D4, you recall the Rhodian that you treated with
Yes.
the injured hand, yes?
Correct. I recall him.
Well, long story short, I was trying to line up a gig for us to make a little extra credits, and that Rhodian shot this Feline from a distance and then took off.
Curious as to why he did that.
I mean, I also have questions, but for the moment, we can't have a body on our doorstep, our figurative doorstep, with the Empire on planet. So, I'm making a call. Someone's gonna come collect the remains. We just need to make sure that there's nothing of value left on it.
Very well. I will see what I could find.
We may need to use whatever they are holding to pay for the service. We'll see.
I understand.
And
Do you
then
not want
Ozzy's-
to?
no, go ahead.
Do you not think it would be wiser for us to take care of this ourselves?
D4, are you skilled at? And then Tazi stops for a second, realizing the question he's about to ask. D4,
Yes.
Dismemberment, D4. Are you good at dismemberment?
hold that thought. Let me, before we do anything else, I'm gonna make one more. I want to go pay someone a visit. Okay.
Very well. I will wait for further instructions.
Yes. Everyone, hold. Corel, if you could accompany me to a local watering hole.
I mean, okay. Yeah. Chris, was I able to find a cargo crate that I could just kind of stuff this guy into?
I'm sure you guys have something on the ship.
I was hoping to find one on the dock, but that'll work if there isn't one on the dock.
Oh, I'm sure you could find something.
Okay.
We could probably, if it's on the ship, we can bring it out to the dock.
Right, but I'd rather not have something that belongs to us that could be tracked back to us, you know. So, anyway. Yeah, just let me put this guy in the thing and then we'll go.
Wonderful. Tazi is once Corel assists with the relocation of said remains, temporary storage. Tazi is going to make his way back to the watering hole that he met the friendly bartender at.
Okay. So Corel and D4 moving the obstacle or the incident out of the way.
We stuff the body in the crate and then Corel tags after Tazi.
All right. You guys go back to the bar. She's still there.
And because my notes are incomplete, do you recall her name, Chris?
She never said her name.
Oh, great. And Tazi, of course, never asked, because why would Tazi do that?
Or Tazi forgot. Who knows?
No. Tazi didn't ask. Tazi makes his way up to the bar. Hi.
Hello.
Is it busy in the bar right now? Like, setting the scene. Like, is it like, are there many people, are many beings here?
Roughly half full.
Half full. Is there another person behind the bar?
Oh yeah, there's always a couple bartenders there. We'll say there's 3 bartenders there.
Okay. Can you and I, you mind taking your break a little early? We could step outside and have a chat.
She looks you up and down. So, the meeting went well? Or
Kind of what I want to talk to you about. I think it's important that you and I chat about that meeting. Somewhere private, if you don't mind.
Very well. She looks over and nods at one of the bartenders, a male Twi'lek with blue skin. He smiles a toothy grin, and she walks out from the bar. This way, please.
Certainly.
Leads you to a private booth in the back.
Tazi turns and like nods to Corell to like follow.
Yeah, I'm right behind you.
You guys get back in the private little area. I'm going to assume that since you brought a bodyguard, things did not go well.
Oh no, this is not a bodyguard. This is a business associate friend.
Both, really.
Yeah. Listen, did Daly have any enemies on planet Herodian, perhaps, that Daly had upset somehow?
She looks at you and smiles. He plays in a dangerous circle.
Got it. I guess I'll just come right to the point. Daly showed up at our ship for the meeting,
Mm-hmm.
and I believe, from the limited information I have, that a member of the Black Sun, a Rhodian specifically, shot Daly dead before we could even speak.
Her expression does not change. You say a member of the Black Sun killed him. How do you know that this was a Black Sun assassin?
Tassi's hand goes up to his forehead, and he kind of like rubs his forehead a little bit. Well, we had that Rhodian had actually been treated by our medical droid in a pop-up clinic that we had set up just earlier in the day. And our droid noticed a Black Sun tattoo
Chris, was that
on the Rhodian.
sorry, Michael, was that on the Rhodian or was that on the Feline?
The Faline had the Black Sun tattoo.
Oh, I thought the Rhodian had the tattoo.
Nope. I just flipped my notes over as you were talking. I'm sorry. I didn't say that right earlier.
Nope.
So if you want
that's
to,
on me. That's on me for. Yeah, I'll back out the Black Sun reference then if we could.
Let's just do this.
I believe this Rhodian stepped out of the shadows and shot Daly before we could even begin to discuss business. The Rhodian, however, had been treated by our medical droid earlier in the day for an injured hand. The Rhodian acted like they were doing us a favor.
Her expression's blank. So, how much do you know about this Rhodian, other than he had an injured hand?
I know that they were grateful for the medical assistance.
We gave him a discount.
How much did you know about Mr. Daly Evan and his business associates?
I am. We've had we've crossed paths briefly with the Black Sun in the past. We don't really know a whole lot about Daly. Daly showed some interest in our operation, in our abilities to in our cargo capacities.
Mm-hmm.
But now I have now unfortunately there is a dead Feline outside our ship in a storage container, and was wondering if there was something that you could do to help. And I wanted to make it clear, we Myself and my associate and our crew had absolutely nothing to do with this.
She leans in and puts her head
Like uncomfortably close.
Oh, yeah. Leans right over to Tazi's left side of his face and just whispers, "So you understand the Black Sun and how much we don't like issues. Find the Rhodian." And then she sits back and just smiles. "I think that perhaps we could come to an arrangement on some repairs. If you just assist us and keep riffraff out of my establishment."
You want us to be security? Or just find the Rhodian? I want to make sure whatever we're agreeing to, I know the details. I know what details we're agreeing to. So is this a two-pronged situation, or are we just looking for the Rhodian?
She smiles and twirls her hair a little. "I only asked you to do one thing. Keep riffraff and potential trouble away from my bar."
Understood. Understood. We'll look for this riffraff and make sure they don't come into the bar.
"Thank you."
Yep.
"It's good luck with the container."
Thank you. Thank you. You look very nice, by the way.
The magenta outfit really sets off your eyes.
Yep.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
No, I think that's and Tazi looks over to Krell. I think that's all that we need. Yeah, I think we're good.
Corell just nods. Yep.
Yep, we're good. Yep, I think we're good.
Very well. Enjoy a drink on the house as you leave.
Wonderful. 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 Tazi decides to stop speaking because wonderful is the only word he apparently can think of at the moment.
Curl will get up and head towards the bar, assuming Tazi will follow.
Yes.
She just orders the special.
Okay. Some knockoff of Carillion whiskey.
Okay. Just slides it down to Tazi.
I'll take a molten core, please.
You get one.
Hot, real hot.
A few minutes later, you get one.
This drink slides down the bar, and it's almost viscous, and it's very thick beverage, and it's like an orange tinge around the outside, and the middle of it is literally like a little bit of burning liquid sitting in the middle of this viscous fluid, and Tazi blows out the fire and then like swirls it around the glass, and you can see it swirling inside, like there's red and orange swirling inside, and then he downs that in one gulp.
All right.
And when he drinks it, like there is a flush, like it's almost like his temperature went up a few degrees.
Perfect.
That's a burn. Whoa, that's a good burn. Ugh. Okay. Riffraff. Gotta find the riffraff.
I'm assuming she means the Rhodian.
Yeah, I think that was pretty clear, I think.
Well, I know where I found him when he was injured, so we could start there.
Yeah, I guess that's a place to start. And then Tazi reaches down and grabs that the Corwillian whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely slams it back.
Okay.
Do I need to make a willpower check or anything like that, Chris?
Technically, what would it? It'd be a resilience check,
Mhm.
technically.
Resilience check. Let's make a resilience check then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Difficulty would you like, Chris?
Just go with 2. Tazi's kind of used to it.
Taz used to hammering them down.
1 success, 1 advantage. Thank you. 2 blank purple dice. Big fan of that. Big fan of blank purple dice. Again, 1 success, 1 advantage.
All right. Tazi's.
That is imitation whiskey. Oof.
Yeah, it's not great.
Ugh, it tastes like I just sucked the rind off a Dianoga.
Ugh.
Pretty close.
That's
Yeah,
really bad. Like, I can imagine that,
Oh.
and it's so much worse.
You know they swim in garbage water, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what that tasted like. It tasted like the water that a Dianoga would swim around in.
Well,
Ugh.
okay, can we move on? Because, none of this is tasteful. We need to go find a Rhodian.
You smell that on my breath?
I'm not smelling your breath, Tazi. The last time I did that, I lost several minutes.
Oof. Ugh. Keep me away from open flame. Ugh.
You did it to yourself.
I'm
Now,
glad I had the molten core first, because if I drank that and then you brought the molten core over, I might have caused a problem.
Okay, are we ready to go?
Yeah, I'm following you.
Okay.
You found the Rhodian.
Yes. Well, I didn't find him, but I'm taking you to where I originally found him to get his hand looked at. Because then maybe somebody had seen him where he came from.
Gotcha.
Let's go. And I head back towards the street where I randomly picked up a Rhodian earlier.
Tazi will hop on the comms to D4 and A1.
A1 answers. Go for A1.
Hey, little buddy. We are on our way to go try and track down that Rhodian that
Okay.
Caused our current dilemma.
All right.
We have been tasked with finding the Rhodian to hopefully mitigate all of these circumstances for a positive outcome.
Okay. What do you want me to do with the cargo container?
Hold on to it for now. Just keep it secure. And
Okay.
keep wandering eyes away.
All right. I mean, D4's had a few ideas. I've had a few.
No, I'm sure.
Do you want me to go with
Sure,
mine
I've
or
had
his?
some ideas. I know. We just need to keep people away from it. Keep people from snooping.
Okay.
You know, Tazi, and we're having this conversation as we're walking down the street. You could always ship that container out on another ship. I'm sure people wouldn't mind taking it if they didn't know it was getting on their ship.
And I think maybe our new employer may be taking care of the problem for us if we can find the Rhodian.
Okay.
Yeah. We have a new employer?
Yeah.
Kinda.
You know that saying, the enemy of our enemy is our enemy?
I don't think that's how it goes.
No, the enemy of our enemy is our employer.
Which enemy are we starting with? Then what's the second enemy? And now who's our employer?
The Dark Star enemy?
Okay.
Let's just say we have a new business partner. We are currently in a opening salvo of determining a relationship with. We're doing a job. We'll see how this job goes, and we'll go from there.
Okay, that's a lot better.
Gotcha.
So right now, Corell and I are doing a job right now. Need you guys to watch. Need you to watch that cargo container.
Got
Make
it.
sure no one messes with it.
All right. So don't do D4's ideas or my ideas. Just leave it there.
I'm sure your ideas are great, and I would love to hear them when we get back from this task. Corell may be in contact with you to assist with this.
If you want to submit them in writing to our email, we'd be happy to look them over when we are done finding our target.
I think maybe I should do a presentation later on not putting things in writing I don't want to admit to.
Okay, then why don't you write up a presentation for the ideas that you both have, and we'll take care of it when we get a chance.
Gotcha. I'll get right on that.
Corell, we don't need to put him through that. I mean, we can.
Tazi, we need to get going. Just let him do his thing.
I know we have a thing to do, but I mean, I just don't want to. There's enough to do around the ship that they don't need to do extra work that we don't need them to do.
But I really... Would you take your finger off the button? He can still hear us.
I know he can still hear me. I have my finger's on the button.
Right, take your finger off the button. I don't want him to hear us.
Anyway, just hold down the ship. We'll be in touch.
Gotcha. Will do.
And Tazi gets off the comm. Look, wait. There's no point in having him fill out paperwork or anything like that. But
I wanted
to talk to them about their ideas.
Right, I know. I still wanted to know about their ideas, but I didn't want to get antsy and possibly just enact their ideas. And I figured if they wrote up a presentation for them, that would keep them busy until we got back and we could review their work. And then
I already told them. I mean, I'm the captain. I told them we weren't going to do either of those things. We were just going to wait and see for now.
Okay, and our droids definitely don't have minds of their own and occasionally randomly do things that we don't want them to do. Gotcha. No problem.
I told A1 clearly not to do either of their ideas.
And I'm sure he will not do them.
All right. Can you use your special senses to try and track down this Rhodian?
Krell puts her fingers to her temples and goes,
fingers, do whatever you're going to do.
A Rhodian was here earlier today. It doesn't work like that. We have to literally do the legwork, Tazi.
Thank you, everybody. Everybody, the amazing Gungan, everybody.
Krell punches your arm lightly.
Ow. Ow.
Oh, come on. It didn't even hurt my knuckles, and they're 8 shades of turquoise right now. Is there like a stall or a vendor anywhere nearby? Like somebody who's even a street person?
Oh, this is Randon. Remember, it's a giant marketplace.
That's right.
There's shops and everything.
Right, something
everywhere.
that's open though.
Oh yeah.
I'll just go find somebody. It's like there's a let's see. There is a vendor selling overstock Sheev Palpatine, like Senator Sheev Palpatine dolls.
Little bobbleheads.
Little
bobbleheads.
No. They are Sheev Palpatine dolls.
Palpatine.
They are definitely
Pew Shelf.
knockoff
Pew
dolls.
Shelf Patine. There you go.
Okay. All right. Perfect. You walk up. You approach this gentleman who is we'll go with a Deveronian.
Oh, goody. We never have bad luck with them.
Yeah. He walks up, big smile on his face. He's a little bit taller or a little bit shorter than Tazi. Welcome. Yes, please come to the shop. Yes. Oh, you look like a smart woman.
If
you, sir, look like a classy man.
If
you
Tazi
need
had
one
hackles,
of these.
if Tazi had hackles, they would be raised.
Yes. Come in. Yes. I have the best Sheev Palpatine bobbleheads.
I definitely see that, and I agree. They are the most expressive Palpatine dolls I have ever seen. Hail to the Emperor or whatever. I just want to know, do you you were here earlier today, so I remember seeing you, right? You remember seeing me earlier?
Yes. Oh. Yes, there's me and my twin brother. One of us is always here.
Ah, did either of you see me earlier when I was talking to a Rhodian outside? I'll slip him 20 credits.
He looks over. Oh, thank you. He hands you two of the little bobbleheads.
I give one to Tazi.
Yeah, well, yes, I did. He was, if I remember right, you were talking about medical care.
Yes, and we got him excellent medical care, but he left without his prescription. And I got it. He was tight on money, so I got it filled for him. And I was wondering if you knew where he was so we could give it to him. You know, delivery service, that kind of thing. All part of the service.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll a deception check.
I can deceive people sometimes. Ooh, yeah.
Make it 3 purple. Make it a hard check.
That's a green die. That's a purple die. I need one more green die. The light in here is purple and I can't see it very well. Cancel. Okay. 1, 2.
Tazi takes one of his long fingers and flicks the head of the bobblehead.
4 successes and 2 threats.
Okay. He smiles. Oh, very well. Yes. I've seen many Rhodian. That one I've seen around here a few times. Generally, he stays to the outside.
Stays to the outside.
Yes, to the outside of the crowd. Right over there.
Around the outside?
Around
the outside?
Around the outside.
Are you saying he's over there right now? And I shouldn't turn my head and look?
Oh, not that I can see.
Okay, where does he usually hang out? Just the outer... Do you have a street name or a bar he likes to frequent?
Oh, there is a park a few blocks down that I've seen him in. Usually he has a little lunch there.
Okay.
Or dinner, depending upon what time of the day it is.
Well, that sounds like a lovely place to have a lunch or dinner. I think I'm going to take this very wobbly bobblehead, a wobblehead, you might call it, and I think I'm going to go look for him so I can give him his medication. Thank you so much, and I'm going to definitely recommend you to everyone for all our Palpatine needs.
Oh, thank you. Sir, can I interest you in one?
No, I got one of your peens, thanks.
Ah, but I'm sure you have a lovely lady that could use one.
I just gave him a peen. I bought the peens, and then I took one of my peens and gave him the peen.
My lady's got enough peen. Thank you very much.
There's enough peen here for all of us.
What about your children? They could use some.
Oh, we don't have children.
Oh, but you could. You would make lovely children.
I think it's time to leave.
Well, I mean, they'd be very,
not
very blue. The coloration would be wonderful, but we're really not genetically cross. You know what? It is time to leave. That's a good point. Thank you. Have a good day, and we scurry out. I don't know why I was going to tell him about genetics, but it doesn't really matter at this point.
I don't know.
He-
Sometimes it's real easy to distract you.
It's. I mean, look at these things. They're ridiculous.
Tazi, as we're walking, Tazi just kind of. I'm going to use a. Let's see. Let's use skullduggery. Tazi's just going to leave it on someone's stand.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Roll hard check.
Curl pockets hers.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 successes and 4 advantages.
It's you. With that, you managed to work it right into their stock. So it looks like it should be there the entire time.
I'll get rid of that peen. Ugh,
Yeah.
Did you just set your peen on somebody else's counter?
I did.
It's not very hygienic of you. All right, I know what park he's talking about. It's stupid. It's named Crystal Grove. There's no trees there and no crystal, so I mean, maybe it's meant to be ironic.
Sounds like somebody that KO dated.
You know what? I think I have smelled her.
All right, you guys head down
Yes.
to the old Crystal Grove Park. You get there and it's got these little fake crystals up in the air that kind of use to light up the area. There's a nice little park with some benches in it. Looks like the grass is fairly well maintained. Yeah, it's that kind of night. Chat's on fire with the peen jokes and yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Boy.
Yeah.
Oh
You guys-
boy.
I think you guys broke Michael.
Yep, Kevin.
Oh.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yep. Okay. It's warm in here. Anyways.
Well, I guess it's time to do some perception checks.
Yeah, we
to
start-
see if we see a Rhodian
Yeah,
slinking around.
we'll kind of split up and comb the desert. I mean the park, and just Tazi, stay on comms, and if you find him, just let me know where you are. I'll go this way. You go that way.
All right. All right.
All right, go ahead and make your perception checks.
Hard or average?
Go hard. Hey, I'm just staying with the theme.
We let the peen go a little bit ago.
Obviously, Chat hasn't.
No, apparently Chad is incredibly peen fixated tonight. So thanks to you guys in chat, I'm literally going to have to put this is one of our first episodes. It's going to be not safe for kids. Thanks. And thanks.
One
Appreciate
of our
it.
first ever.
Yeah, one of our first ever. Truly redemption after dark.
What was the difficulty to check, Chris?
3 purple. Oh. Nice, Nathan. I would like to see a shirt that says that.
Which one? We want peen?
Sure, Dot. Dot, if you can make that shirt tonight, feel free.
Wait, which shirt are we talking about? Because I could definitely whip that up later tonight. It's not that hard.
Well,
I heard what I said. Don't bother.
Mm-hmm.
3 successes, 3 advantages.
Okay.
Tazi's got some really large, kind of reddish tinted eyes. They're on point at the Crystal Grove Park because that's 2 triumphs for a total of 4 successes, 3 advantages.
All right.
Yikes.
What would you like to do with those 2 triumphs?
Oh boy. Let me look at the chart because I don't know that I've ever had 2 triumphs pop up in the same roll before.
I don't think we have either.
No, we have had a couple, but
Yeah. I mean, you could easily say that he doesn't see you with 1 for sure.
I think clearly, I believe I'd like to say that like both of us, both Carell and Tazi, remain undetected
Okay.
by the individual we're looking for.
Chris, I'd like to spend a dark side point.
Okay.
The reason he doesn't see us is because he's distracted playing with his kid.
Fair enough. Tazi, you see him?
Yep.
What would you like to do?
Tazi lets out a deep sigh and approaches.
Okay. You overhear some laughter coming from the Rhodian, and as you get closer, you can tell that kind of based on the pitch and mannerisms, it looks like he's playing with his daughter, who looks like she is roughly about 7 years old. Rhodian years. Whatever the translation is from Rhodian to Duros.
Hey, friend.
He slowly turns and looks at you. Yes? What can I do for you?
Never got your name before.
Never gave it.
So I don't know. Hello, and Tazi will kind of look toward the child. Hi, I'm Tazi.
Hi, I'm Itzar. Catch. She throws a ball right straight at you. Make a quick coordination check.
Krill,
Just average.
just as a note, Krill is attempting to be unseen, so I will use stealth.
Okay.
To kind of, I'm backing Tazi up, but I don't want to be obvious about it.
Okay.
Is
You're
that
gonna go
a
against.
hard coordination check?
Just average. She's a little girl. It's not a professional ball player.
Yet.
1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6.
What's my difficulty for stealth?
6 successes.
Jesus.
3 advantages.
Tazi
Okay.
catches it with one hand.
You catch the ball. Yep. You're going against his perception.
Yep.
It's gonna be 2 reds, 2 purple.
I'd like to say that as the kid throws the ball, Tazi looks up back at the father as his hand comes up to catch the ball. Like so,
Okay.
Tazi's not looking at the ball when he catches it.
All right. Yep. And she just okay. Just holding her hands out. Just staring at you as you stare at him, and he stares back at you.
Tazi will take his free hand. He'll take the ball and he'll purposefully throw it a bit of a distance away.
Okay. That's not how it's played. She runs and gets it.
Sorry. Look, you caused us quite a problem. And Tazi like looks over at the kid. I don't want your daughter to get involved in this, but we need to resolve it.
I think Carell was starting to hide very well until
Okay.
Tazi threw the ball over the kid and right at her, because I got four failures and 2 advantages. So nobody's paying attention to her, but the kid and the Rhodian definitely see her.
Okay. He looks at Corral and looks back over at Tazi.
Carell picks the ball up and hands it to the kid. They're like 20 meters away.
Mm-hmm. I was trying to help. There is a conflict within their organization that you were about to be drug into.
I appreciate your zest for assisting us,
Mm-hmm.
but now it's maybe worse.
How so?
Well, I've been ordered to bring you back.
He looks a little confused. Back where?
To the group that Daly worked for.
Which side? You wouldn't know that.
No, I wouldn't. So, what I'd like you to do is send your daughter home. Come with us. I'll do my best to make sure you get back to her. But at least for this part of it, I can't take no for an answer. You have to come back with me.
He
And
looks at you and then he looks at Corral.
Carell's being very nice, like trying not to look threatening, trying to be very friendly with the child, like walking her back slowly.
I understand your dilemma. May I ask where we would be going?
the player does not remember the name of the establishment, but Tazi
Still.
will tell.
Because I
I
forgot
don't
to.
think we ever gave a name to it.
I think we
Just-
did. I think we did. I think the chat
We
came
did.
up with a name for it, but I don't recall what it is.
If we did, I didn't write it down. So I guess we're going to have to make a name up for one.
We'll just call it the
Yeah, we're all staring at Kevin because he's usually on the spot with the names. But we've got like a 20-second delay, so, you know.
the Drunken Gundark.
Drunken Gundark. There we go.
We're going back to the Drunken Gundark.
No, Dot, we are not calling it the Peen Room. That's the restaurant that they own, and it's called the Peen Cuisine. Sorry, not sorry.
Why does it keep doing that?
All right, let's go back to the game.
Mm-hmm. He actually scratches the back of his neck. That's his, interesting that you would take me there.
Look, clearly you know more about what's going on than I do. And I appreciate that. You have that knowledge. And if you want to share with me, that's great. But it doesn't change what I have to do.
He stops, looks over at his daughter, looks back at you. You do know that you're being used.
Look, we're always being used. Everyone's being used. Someone is using everybody. This isn't the first time I've been used. It's not the last time I've been used. It's not the last time I'm going to be used. But I'm in a situation with my friend, our crew, that you have directly put us in. And I know you think you saved us, and I appreciate the fact that you think that. But if I do not bring you back, it's going to be worse for my people. And I don't want that either. So I tell you that I will do what I can to return you to your daughter, but you are coming with me.
He takes a deep breath. Tell me, was it her smile or the way she twirls her hair? Which was it that drew you in? Because it's not her ability to make a drink.
Look, nothing drew me in, buddy, pal, whatever your criffing name is. I'm not even going to ask. It doesn't matter. Nothing drew me in. I went to that place to try and make a deal with Daly for some work, which is what I was going to do before you shot him. Now, again, I appreciate that you think you're saving us, or you thought you saved us, or you thought you helped us because we tried to help you. But now you're going to pay us back by coming with me.
Corell is, by the way, about 10 meters away playing ball with the child.
He looks back. He looks over at his daughter.
Look, I get it. I understand.
I don't think you do.
No. You're right. I don't understand the larger consequences here. I don't understand the whole game. I don't know what I don't know what
She's
Gungan opera I'm going to. I don't have the program. I don't know what songs are being played. I don't know any of this. But I do know the situation I am in right now means that you have to come with me. And Tazi's gonna make a roll.
Okay.
Ugh.
What is Tazi trying to do?
Tazi is trying to. It's a challenge. I feel like this should be coercion because clearly this person does not want to come with Tazi.
Okay.
But I also feel like Tazi is trying to negotiate right now with him to say, if you come with me, I will try to guarantee your safety.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Let's just keep role playing it out because there's more he's
Okay.
going to
All
say.
right. Okay.
He looks at you and goes, "You do understand. She's eliminating every trail that can lead back to her. Every trail." And he points right at you. It won't stop with just me. She's making a power move. And she will eliminate every person that can tie this to her.
Well,
Who do
now
you
you've.
think hired me?
I have no idea.
The pretty little bartender that twirls her finger in her hair.
Okay, so you took the job. You did the job.
Not because I wanted to. He put me in the similar situation that you're in.
How did your hand get hurt?
That was part of her persuading me to do the job. I will go with you, but I request that you do not restrain me, and that I be allowed to.
I'm not going to restrain you. I'm not going to search you. The only request that was made of me was to find you, bring you back.
Very well.
You can take whatever you'd like with you. I'm happy to accompany you back to your place of residence. You can bring whatever you'd like with you. If you'd like us to take your daughter somewhere for safekeeping, we can do that too.
He stops, looks over at his daughter, and stares at her for a long moment. And you can see his eyes are watering.
I can promise you she is in no safer hands than the ones that she would be in with the person that she is playing catch with right now. There's no one I trust more with my life than that Twi'lek there.
He just nods his head slowly up and down. And then he gets up and walks over. Says to his daughter, We have to go now, honey. Our playtime is up. It's like, oh, but she's fun. She's pointing at Corral.
Carl hands her back the ball. You were a lot of fun too. Maybe if everything goes okay and we're here for a little longer, we can have another play date.
Okay.
I have
She
a
reaches
droid
up.
friend that loves letting kids ride him, so maybe we can bring him along too.
Yay! She grabs her dad's hand. Start walking down all the streets.
I look at Carl looks over at Tazi and just kind of gives him a quizzical look, like, "Are we following?"
Tazi nods.
Carl will just follow along. Yeah. I'm sure our Rhodian friend knows I'm there, but, trying to keep out of sight of the kid more than anything else.
As we walk behind them, Tazi will just kind of over his shoulder to Corell, kind of to the side. Keep the little one safe.
Who's going to keep you safe? We dropped
I'll
the
keep
kid.
me safe.
If the kid, okay, hang on. Why don't we drop the kid off at the ship with D4 and A1? Then we all go back to the bar.
The only way he was going to come with me is if I promised him that you would keep the daughter safe. I told him I don't trust anyone with my life more than I trust you.
Aww.
That seemed to do the
Is
trick.
that true?
What do you think?
Well, I mean, I kind of hope, but I mean, you never said that. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Okay, all right. I will take him back to. I will take the child back to the ship. Does she know she's coming with me?
No, I don't know if she's coming with you or if you're going to be staying with her at their place. I don't know how we're doing this yet.
Okay, so we're winging it. We don't actually have a plan. At least we're on normal footing.
Yeah, I mean we have a plan. The plan is that he's gonna come with me back to the drunken
Gundark?
But yeah, yeah. So that's the plan right now.
If you get into trouble, leave your comm open. And if I think you're in trouble, I'm leaving this kid where she is and coming to help.
Corell, I promised him
Well,
you would protect the kid.
I will do my best, but if you are in danger, the kid can learn that the world is a harsh place. All right, fine. All right,
you're
fine.
not gonna leave that
Tazi,
kid behind.
I will
wouldn't
keep
do
the kid
that.
with me at all times. Fine.
You're not gonna bring the kid into battle either.
I didn't say that.
But
what do you
said
think?
the kid. You said the kid will be with you at all times, and I know
Correct. Well, I mean, if somebody attacks us, I'm not going to say you can't attack. There's a child here. The kid will be in a battle. Jeez. Why don't you worry about your end of this? You volunteered me for this, so I will babysit over here, or wherever we're going.
I'll keep my comms open.
Thank you.
We're gonna let A1 and D4 know what's going on too. They will know I'm at the drunken Gundark. And we'll let them act as backup. Just in case.
Okay.
Okay, the Rhodian leads you guys down some streets and down a little alleyway and up a flight of stairs to a small apartment. Looks like it's back behind a shop. Walks up there. Kneels down. You need to pack up your stuff, honey. We're going to go on a trip. And she's like, another one? Okay, Daddy. She starts packing up her stuff. And then he walks over and starts packing up his stuff. And the apartment is very sparse. I mean, there are 2 beds in it. It's basically a studio apartment. And there's a little fresher next to it, or attached to it. After a couple minutes, they get their stuff packed up into some small little travel suitcases. All right, we're ready.
All right. So we will go back to our ship briefly. Your daughter will stay with my friend, and you will come with me.
He just nods his head in agreement.
All right. Let's go. No time like the present.
They follow you guys to your ship.
Corell takes the little girl and introduces her to A1. A1.
When you guys
good.
you guys get on the ship and it's empty.
This is why I wanted them working on a presentation.
when we get back to the ship, of course, we fill in A1 and D4.
They're not there.
The
Oh,
ship's
sorry.
empty.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
This is why I asked them to give a presentation so they would stay out of whatever shenanigans they're in. Okay, I look down at the little girl. It's like, do you like cookies?
Yeah.
All right, come on. You're going to help me make cookies while your dad and my friend have a chat.
She drops her suitcases and grabs your hand, Corral.
And we go down to the common area. And I do shut the door behind me, and I raid my very sparse secret stash of cookies, and we begin making cookies.
Okay.
Give me just a second. We need to locate our droids before we go.
Okay.
Tazi gets on the comm.
Go for A1.
Where the criff are you?
Holding down the ship. It's not very heavy right now. The engines aren't on, and we're just sitting here.
Are you sitting on the ship?
Yeah, you told me to hold the ship down. Where else would we be? I mean, the crate's right next to us. I mean, it's not going anywhere.
Okay. We're going to have a discussion a little later about how literally to take things that you're told.
It's D4's idea.
That doesn't surprise me. Corell and I have come back to the ship with a small Rhodian child.
Interesting.
I am about to escort our former patient back to the Drunken Gundark.
Okay.
Corell has been placed in charge of the child's safety. You are to assist Corell with whatever she requires.
Gotcha. I will do that.
I'm going to leave my comm open because this situation could go poorly. If this situation goes poorly and I require aid, Corell is in charge.
Got it.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
Right.
Now you and D4 come down off the ship.
Okay. You hear the sound of droids on top of the ship moving to the edge, and then down
inside the ship, I'm sure Corell can hear like droids, like footsteps moving across the
pitter patter of tiny droid hooves on the hull.
Oh my gosh!
They're just like ping, 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 ping.
Once A1 and D4 come down off the hull of the Growlit's Fang, Tazi will look at the Rhodian.
I'm ready.
Before we go, just what's your name?
Call me Frith.
Frith. Got it. The person watching your child, that's Corell. I'm Tazi. These droids, the astromech is A1, the medical droid is D4.
It is.
Well, you've met D4.
Yes. Almost. I don't know if I want to say fortunate, unfortunate. It's a thing to meet you. Oh.
That's not an uncommon reaction to meeting us.
That's fair.
It's not. All right. We're going to go. Your daughter is safe. Trust that your daughter is safe and will remain so.
Thank you.
And Tazi begins to walk back with Frith to the Drunken Gundark.
Tazi, make a average perception check.
Great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 successes. 4 successes. Threats and advantages balance out.
All right, perfect. As you're walking, you hear the sound of metal footsteps walking just a few paces behind you.
Ozzy stops and turns around.
D4 is just walking a few paces behind you.
D4, what are you doing?
I am following.
Why?
I believe the term is watching your back. Not literally in this case.
Tazi stops for a second. Gets on the comm.
Okay.
To an open comm between the crew members.
Mhm.
Small change of plan. D4 is accompanying me. Drunken Gundark. However, D4 is coming alone and will be acting as a normal droid, not in any capacity of a bodyguard. D4, you will remain unseen. You will remain quiet. You will only make your presence known if I'm in immediate danger.
Very well. I believe my skills will allow me to do this.
All right. Let's go. Ozzy turns back around and begins the walk back to the Drunken Gundark.
And as you start walking, the sound of metal footsteps slowly gets very quiet. Actually, not slowly, very quickly gets very quiet.
All right, Frith, just again, I'm sure you're aware of this, but just pretend you don't know anything about D4. Just ignore him.
May I ask a question?
Yes. Feel free.
We have a medical droid as our backup?
Let's just say that D4 possesses many skills. Medical services may be one of his specialties, but he has a number of other specialties that may assist us in what we're walking into.
He just kind of shakes his head. I have worked with several crews, and may I say this is a very interesting or unique crew.
I will take that as the compliment you obviously intended it to be.
And he pauses and looks at you. Yes. I do mean that as a compliment. Not many crews would have listened to what I had to say. Most would have just followed her orders without thought.
Well, I'm nothing if not known for my lack of self-preservation.
He looks a little confused by that statement. I hope that changes. You seem to be a honorable man with a set of morals that more could use.
Frith, you know this galaxy.
Mm.
You know how we live, and you know that honorable men don't usually live full lives.
True.
Well, I shouldn't say that. Let me correct myself. Honorable men don't usually live long lives.
Nor rich. You know,
Nor rich.
At one time, I was one of the greatest hunters on Rhodia. And one little mistake, and it all snowballed to where we are today. Perhaps you will avoid the same fate as me. Or, and he stops and looks at you. Perhaps your unique skills and your morality is exactly what I need. I hope that when this is over, we can have a drink and call ourselves friends.
Oh, if this is over and we're both still standing, there will be a drink involved.
Perhaps we should have several.
I like the way you think, Frith.
Well,
all right, game face. We're almost here.
I know it's a little early, but if we tried to jump into this, we'd probably go pretty late. So
I think it's probably a good spot.
Say, unless there's anything Corell wants to do on the ship with
Yeah,
the
I was going to say
kid and
this
A1.
might be good. Like the doors, as we're approaching the doors to the Drunken Gun Dark, is there a cut?
The other thing I was going to ask, and I don't need to do it now, is Corell would slip out for a moment to make sure she grabbed her lightsaber, and then resumes just hanging out with the kid. So,
okay, yeah,
I think we can just call it there.
Yeah, nice. I like that little twist you threw in there, Kaylee, about the daughter being there.
That was definitely a loop had been thrown.
Well, and that took me from there'll be a fight in the park to nope. He has more to live for than just this fight now.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I looked at. Okay. Why don't we finish? Actually, heck with us. We'll just do this now, because if we finish it, we'll be talking about it in private. I just thought it would be. I mean, it would be so easy for this guy to be just the bad guy, and let's just shoot him or whatever, or he fights us. It's a big fight. No, let's definitely make this more of an ethical question. So, I'm glad that you guys took it and ran with it very well. Not happy to be left behind, but
Left behind is not necessarily what's happening here, I don't think.
Don't get killed. But anyway, thank you all for talking about a lot of peen in the chat tonight. I think Dot started it, and then I think she actually amscrayed once she had gotten her giggles, because I haven't seen her for a little while. So I'll keep an eye on chat while I'm wrapping this up.
I think that's par for the course.
I didn't know she golfed.
Mischief bomb thrown and out.
It indeed was a giggle grenade thrown directly into our midst. And as I pointed out in chat, I was kind of half thinking Chris was going to throw a quick note from that Rhodia. And it's like, I had it all on Rhodia. Although one day I made a bad choice and I was smuggling slaves. And then these assholes came along, and this one with a lightsaber freed all the slaves. And then we got into trouble. And I thought you were going along that angle. But
It's funny that you mentioned that, because I had a brief thought, just the briefest thought. Let's go, oh my gosh, is this
Is
Is this a throwback?
is this a callback?
Honestly,
Oh my god!
I never popped in my head.
All right.
I was too focused on the scene and trying to. I don't know,
Hey,
keep
there's
the
nothing
scene
saying
going.
it isn't a callback, and you're slow playing it. So,
Yeah.
all right. That's it for tonight, folks. We're going to wrap it up here at this point. For those of you who are going to be at a Catacon in Dayton, Ohio this weekend, all of us will be there. All of us. All
Say hello.
three of
Please
us.
say hello.
Yeah, please say
Let's say
hello.
hi.
I will be at the Rainbow Dragon Prince table, right sandwiched between Mallow at the Identico table and Rue and John from Rook and Rasp. All wonderful people. Come hang out with us. It's going to be a blast.
To be fair, that's a sandwich that Kaylee's been hoping to be in for a long time.
Speaking of peen, anyways, let's just continue with this. Thank you. So again, my name is Kaylee. You can find me on the socials at Anime Girl. You can also find me next Tuesday over on Chaos Incorporated, where we are indeed having a lot of chaos in our incorporation. So currently just got done with a big S&M party, so you can tell where my gaming has been lately. Chris, where can we find you on the internets?
I actually moved over some stuff to Blue Sky. It's just Chris Burlew at Blue Sky. I don't do much with Twitter, so I'm trying to do more. Well, more. If I did anything over there, it'd be more than what I do on Twitter. So, or X or whatever it's called now. Otherwise,
Twixter.
I will be. Yeah,
Zitter.
I'll be.
Steaming dumpster fire, I think is what it's called now.
I mean,
Elon's toilet dump.
honestly, the easiest place to find me is on the RPG Academy's Discord chat or the Redemption Discord chat, because that's where I spend most of my time if I'm on any social medias on there. Otherwise, you can find me at a Catacon too in a couple days. I'll be one of the Yahoos wearing a faculty shirt, organizing things and filling in wherever I can. This year I decided I was going to give myself a break from running games and actually go play some games. Give myself a little treat for once. Plus, we have a lot of games that people like to run there. So it's kind of nice to have extra GMs for once.
Michael, how about you? Are you going to be at the Catacon that I've already said you're going to be at?
To confirm, yes, I will be at a Catacon. I will be running both nights of the Catacon Karaoke Bash, Friday night and Saturday night. So you'll be able to definitely find me there for 5 hours of fun each evening. You will find me also doing a Dragonbane game. I'm doing one session on Friday, one session on Sunday. I believe there's still one seat open in the Sunday game, 10 a.m. if you're looking for something to do Sunday morning. And then I have a panel I'll be doing on Friday about how to bring your characters to life around your table and for productions, things like that online. So yeah, it's going to be a full Catacon for me as well, but I know my Saturday is going to be pretty open during the day, and I'm hoping to get some gaming in and hangout time with folks. So if you see any of us there, see all of us there, please come say hi. Enjoy yourself at a Catacon. Have a great time. That's what it's there for. You can also find me other productions. You can hear me out. Rook and Rasp, stuff on Rook and Rasp. Dragon Age should be coming back in the spring. You can hear me on the audio drama Tubular Teens with Titans.
Michael, you're doing this.
Power Rangers inspired. Yep, I know. Power Rangers inspired audio drama. You can find that on your podcatchers. Tubular Teens with Titans. And yeah, I'm exhausted. I think we're all exhausted. Y'all have a good night. Be good to each other. Stay safe.
Yep. Everybody have a good evening, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
See you then.